and welcome to the JBL Quantum 2023 tournament. My name is Tins, and I'm here with none other than Jake the Tyrant. How you going?
Dude, it's been a while, hasn't it, Tins? How have you been?
I've just been living life. I've been watching the Worlds. It's been, I think it's just enticed some form of grind factor back in OC. I've seen everyone back on it. Tournaments like this is getting everyone back involved, especially in the bubble scene. What about yourself? What have you been up to?
Yeah, just chilling, man. I'm loving the new hairstyle you got going on. You're chilling.
Oh,
you're killing the the messy hair look. You got the nice beard. It's looking good.
I'm trying to make myself look younger than everyone knows that we are. Been in the scene for a while here. Unlike all these other up-and-coming players, we're going to see plenty of that on stream today. And I don't know if you got to watch too much of yesterday, but we had some dominating fashion here in Gremlins, Ground Zero, Serrani all walking away with dubs, but we had Serrani been taken to a game 5. We had the Musketeers being game best of 1 merchants. They took out game 1 in both their series against, Titans in the scene. So, I'm really looking at what can kind of happen with this tournament. There's going to be so many teams that can just come out. And, maybe there's a little bit of proving grounds in the off-season for individual players.
Yeah, well, we've got heaps of those players, outside the top 8. We'll be seeing a lot of those guys today. We've been seeing the crazy roster mania as well. So, like you said, it's really the time for individuals to prove themselves while the rosters aren't locked in yet.
Yeah, and we got a few teams coming up first. First up, we will have Fiascool going up against Chiaroscurists. Now, I've been researching that name for so long now, and let's go for a little bit of a learning factor here. It means a painter who uses light and shade rather than color to create the illusion of volume. So you learn something new every day. I had to learn how to pronounce that name time and time again. But those are the two teams we got going up here first: Daisu, Fiasco, and Akame. And then on the other side, we got Big Rooster Volt, and Steve is actually back. Steve, hopefully getting to see him on the pitch today.
Yeah, he was playing a little bit of the Uni League. Obviously a beast back in his prime. Hopefully we'll see him, playing well.
Got those two young and up-and-comers. Volt has been a player that, I've seen on the grinder. I've seen him putting in time and time again that work. Big Rooster, we've seen before. I remember just the one RLCS game where it was a savior god on the side. So definitely a player we've seen before on the RLCS stage. Now looking to prove themselves here, and possibly might just do that with, the veterancy of Steve here.
Dude, being back to Rocket League just makes me so emotional.
You're
My
all
eyes
choked
are
up.
watering.
You're so happy. You're choked up to be back in the scene, to be able to watch some Rocket League again. It seems like it's already been a 5-month off season for us.
Yeah, no, it's felt like ages, man. I'm so excited to be back and to get some Rocket League going. So props to RLO and JBL for making it happen.
Yeah, huge props for them. Make sure you go check out their new design. I've been checking out a few of their gaming headsets. It just looks insane. I think they've just got a microphone that came out as well. So, you wanted to get into streaming, you wanted to get a few of those things, definitely go check all their products out. Now, before we get into all the games that, we're going to be watching today, we're going to be watching a lot of the teams that, made their way through that closed qualifier to get here. I want to talk about and get your opinions on these new rosters we got formed. We got Banana Head joining Power instead of Amphis. And we've got Amphis and Mock both stepping up for the Pioneers. Give me some thoughts on that, Jake.
Dude, I have no idea what's going on, to be honest with you. I saw the rosters and I'm just confused. I guess the players just want to have a bit more fun, I guess. Maybe they were just feeling a bit stale because, it seems random, but I'm all for it. It's definitely more exciting.
Oh, well, a tournament like this, it's maybe good to just try out and maybe, take a step back from that intense RLCS season that you just had to go through, the battle between the top 3 teams. And, maybe switch it up. Maybe let's play with some mates, try, as you said, to get something new. So, look, they're going to be playing later on in the tournament. I believe next week or the week after, you get to see pretty much Power and KCP on stream all day, every day, along with a few other teams, as they'll be taking a part in Gamers 8. But for now, this matchup, we got Fiascool going against Chiaroscurists. We've seen Daisu quite time and time again look to get up there. Now seems to have this new player in Akame and Fiasco stepping up. So I know I'm very interested to just see how this team goes. These are best of 5s as we look to head into these games. And who's the player you're kind of looking out for here, Jake? I want to get your opinion into the bubble scene.
Dude, I'm always watching Daisu. Daisu's got to be the oldest player by now, right? He's been around forever and it's exciting. I want to see him doing well. I haven't seen him on stream much, so this is the first time at least watching him in a long time. So yeah, skill aside, I'm watching Daesu for the fan aspect.
All right, well, I'll go for the young up-and-comers. I'm going for Big Rooster. I want to see a Big Rooster. I've only seen him, I think, in one series on stream before, but it was just absolutely insane. Has the mech, was an absolute savior sent from the heavens to get, I think, like 6 to 9 saves per game. So I'm definitely looking at them here. We're going to kick off here. Game number 1 for the day. We got Fiascool in blue and Chiaroscurists over in orange.
Yeah, and it's already starting out fast-paced with Big Rooster just smashing the kickoff, but Fiascool keeping their cool and not getting considered off.
Good start here. This is going to be interesting, you know, first game for these guys in the tournament. They might be just looking to warm up, look to get used to, you know, playing on stream again or playing in a tournament like this, as it has been a while for these players since that second event in RLCS. Daesu trying to keep it nice and close. Big Rooster's already on the attack, looking for the bump and can't find it, but confuses the defense enough to Volt to put it away.
Dude, you picked the right player, man. Big Rooster's been popping off at the start. Akame just had no idea what to do there, and Volt gets the easy tap in.
Look, there was a time CJ tried to take this Bubble Expert title away from me, but, you know, I know what I'm talking about. Big Rooster is going to be the player that I'm watching here as he looks to go yet again. 80 boost, goes for the flip. No, that's going to be shut down early by Akame, and that's going to be really good. Try to stop these attacks early. Some of these players, you don't want to give too much time when they have the boost, especially when they're going off the wall. Such, you know, a fundamental kind of setup in Rocket League.
All right, if I want to have an intelligent player to watch, Akame is actually a beast. We were watching him in the Uni League. He was playing on Macquarie that was just like a stacked roster, but whenever he played, he was like a big freestyler, just so fun to watch. You can see him twirling in the air already, so he's a good one to look out for.
And that was really well played there. Had the flip, but didn't want to use it, didn't want to give away possession to 2 players sitting in net. Instead, tries to keep it close, ends up being a great touch. Daesu with the double touch to tie the game.
Why did I change my pick, man? Daesu's a beast. What a double touch, man. It's still with him.
Maybe that's it. Maybe if you go back to Daesu now, Akame is going to pull off something great. Just trying to keep you on your toes here, Daesu. Just fundamental with that double touch to help tie the game, and we're already at a stalemate, it seems here. Both teams evenly matched, still trying to get the lay of the land here in game number 1. Steve trying to get that going early. Nice double touch off the corner. Now playing a bit of corner ball here. Both teams just trying to find that perfect center into the midfield. Daesu's going to be the one to take it away over into the mid. Fiasco to play it downfield. And a touch like that, no, Akame's just going to call it, we'll call it a back pass.
I mean, it's all tied up, but this game's been back and forth. I mean, both teams getting great chances. Some sloppy plays like we saw with that back pass, but look, Akame looking to make up for it. The speed is there, and he gets the goal.
Just outpacing everyone in the goal square. Steve trying to get a good touch mid, but that's all it took, that little pop-up. Both players getting caught out of rotation there. Akame to put it away and to give Fiascool the first lead of the series.
Yeah, Fiascool looking better. I mean, they were certainly getting on the back foot to start it off, but now things are looking good. They've won the kickoff again, but Steve, calm and controlled, getting the ball out.
Now on the attack, trying to get a good touch, and that's just going to be top bins there for Volt. You're right indeed, Jake. It is back and forth action here in the JBL Quantum Tourney.
No, this game is crazy. I mean, so much aggression. Both teams just on the back foot. They're great goals as well. Just the speed pressing this defense. I mean, we're not even at halftime yet in game 1.
Yeah, no weak shots. You know, these players having a look for the top bins, having a look to try and outpace, be fast. That's a great demo, and it's just going to I thought it was just going to get a little pop over the defense, but it's just off target. Now Steve gets to send it the other way.
Oh, Daesu tried to be too cool. He didn't flip, and then it just crossbarred because of it. So big mistake from him, but plenty of time left to make up like we saw Akame do earlier.
Yeah, and a great touch over into the midfield. Steve just playing a little bit too far back in rotation just meant the pace of that play wasn't what was needed to put it away. Bit of confusion there, but Fiascool do walk away. Now it's in a 1v2. Yeah, Daesu's just going to go for the bump. That is a fundamental play. Akame with the goal.
I told you, man. Akame's a beast. Just so calm and collected. Daesu with the big assist, though. Not on the scoreboard, but keeping Big Rooster back in control gave Akame the space.
Talk about Dasu, who's been around for a while, and that just plays like that prover. You know you got that one player on the ball, the one player to beat, and just knowing, all right, we just got to get a demo here, just got to stick to the fundamentals, as that's can what really benefit a team in the long run sometimes. There's a nice little rule one in a way going up the sidewall there. Volt's going to be able to send it downfield. Great outpace there. And Big Rooster just has to try and find a teammate, finds Akame instead, who's now looking to gain themselves on the attack. That's a Dasu yet again coming out with a demo that I think led to the net being so wide open.
Yeah, it's Akame again with the dribble. This duo is having a great success in offense. I think it was Dasu actually looking for the goal steal, but either way, he was there, he contributed, and starting to run away now.
Got that 2-goal lead, and they might even be happy just to keep with this lead at the moment. Big Rooster trying to stop it early, goes for the air dribble into the bump. Can't find the bump, but Steve's there to put it away. Right away, answered back.
What is this game, man? Neither team able to hold a lead for any time at all. It's a great pass play, though, again. Steve, he's back, man. He's got the finishing.
Back and better than ever. We'll have to see if he can hold up true in this game. Still plenty of time on the clock. It feels like there's only 20 seconds left. It feels like this is the clutch moments. 7 goals already in game number 1. Back and forth action. Akame with the save and gets a great 50 downfield. That's going to relieve so much pressure and maybe even lead to a goal. But the defense too good there from the Chiaroscurists.
I mean, Fiascool, they're still throwing themselves at it, and they're instantly punished. Again, neither team focusing at all on their defense.
Each side of the field saw the ball, I think, 3 times there in the space of 20 seconds. Back and forth, both teams looking for the breakaway, and Volt gonna get the goal there.
It's like we're saying, all these players are trying to prove themselves, man. They're playing fast, they're playing aggressive, but it's really teamwork that gets defense together, and both teams are certainly struggling here in game 1.
That's what I feel like we're just going to call it. This group stage here, this is the proving grounds. This is where individual players are going to look to try and shine their way through, or even new rosters are looking to try and lock in that longevity early on into the off-season. And right now, both these teams might just be locking in their rosters. They're both playing well together. Who can find the possible final and game-winning goal here? Volt with an opportunity, plays it high into the goal square. Both players up to try and block that one. That might leave quick counterattack opportunity here for Steve. Plays it off the backboard, can't quite get the 50 or the read off the backboard. Volt here to take it away.
Watch this be like a 5-minute OT now. I'm just feeling it. Both teams have suddenly like figured out how to play, getting a lot more solid. You can still see it's very back and forth though, but something's telling me they're about to take their foot off the gas pedal.
It can really just be whoever makes
that's
the
a great pass though, number 5.
A great passing play. Dasu puts it away, but these are the 2 players you were talking about. The connection is unstoppable.
I mean, why is the team named after Fiasco? I've barely seen him, man. It's been Akame and Dasu this entire game.
Oh, it's been amazing. Just the back and forth between this duo upfield. Volt now looking to tie it up. Can't quite get there in time. Fiasco with a great stoppage. Now Big Rooster has to try and go the difference. It's 2 players committed. The ball goes down and Fiasco takes game number 1 in a beautiful fashion.
Were you about to say dominant? Because that was the most
I was about to say dominant, yeah, but it's just it's so back and forth. It's insane to see. I was going to say dominant because it seemed like they had so many good plays, but then again, Chiaroscurists, they're still in the running. They still got their 4 goals. They had their moments. It's really going to be interesting to see over the course of a best of 5 what is going to happen here.
Yeah. No, I mean, it felt dominant when you think about all the goals we saw, right? Just offensive domination, but it was the same right back the other side, conceding 4. Only a 1-goal game. It's a crazy start to the series, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
All right, so you know you've had the battle between Dasu and Akame. Who's got your eye more now after game 1?
I'm sticking with Akame. Akame's a freestyler, man. He's got the mechanics. Dasu, I mean, look, those support players never get the love. You know, he got some great demos. That passing at the end was insane, but it's always the flashiness that gets the fans, and I'm just a fan at the end of the day.
Fan of the mech. We'll see if it can pull through here in game 2. Nice close one to start us off here. Dasu now looking to pull out the mag. Maybe listen to you a bit there, Jake.
Yeah, he's not happy with me. Not happy at all. But also, I mean, I want to see Fiasco step up. He was very quiet in that first game, and I'm sure there's lots to see.
Good early start here. Possession game here for Akame. Does get dunked nice and early, and now Big Roosters try to find a demo, trying to disrupt this defense in some form. Couldn't quite find it on that attempt, and now Desu trying to find a Fiasco up nice and high. Can't quite get the touch. That's going to be all players there had their turn. It might be a time here for Chiaroscurists to turn it around into a nice little counter attack. Big Roost off the ceiling. Possible flip reset? No. Off the backboard? No. Steve's just going to come through with authority.
Yeah, again, the defense kind of letting Fiascool down, but Chiaroscurists, I mean, they're great at all being involved in the play. None of them are really standout players yet in this series. It's just that quick teamwork, that one hit to another hit, and Steve's the one to get the goal there.
Nice early goal here. Hopefully can try and lead something. You don't want to go down 2-0 this early, and we'll see if they can find something here. Desu just in the corner trying to keep it away. We might have, I think, a possible Rule 1, but I think our player did drive over the other one, so not quite a Rule 1 break, and Big Rooster now trying to put this away. Fiasco downfield, Steve to stop it early. But that's forced out a double commit. It's worked out, though, maybe confusing the defense. 2-0 lead there.
Again, it's everyone getting involved. Chiaroscurists, they're looking good when they're getting in the flow of things. They might have even looked like the better team last game as well. Just that individual brilliance from Akame and Desu getting the better of them. But in game 2, they're coming out hot.
It almost seems like the individuality coming here from Chiaroscurists, and meanwhile Fiascool, they're more the team player. They're getting the demos to set up their teammates, the pass plays. They're the ones that are working together. But all three players there are working together to get the bump, to get the ball. All three players ended up in their goal square.
I mean, Fiascool's just getting crushed at the moment. This is
what can you do? You've just got everyone bombarding your net.
I know. I mean, maybe we're going to have to see some counterattacks because, I mean, Chiaroscurists, they're throwing everyone at the ball, and it's working perfectly right now, but it can be tough if the other team's getting great clears.
And already after that kickoff, find themselves in the defensive end. They're going to have to work up as a team. Although a great 50 coming out. Big Rooster plays it high into the midfield. Steve almost gets the outpace, but ends up faking Fiasco, which can be just as good in itself. That's a pass out mid. Steve puts it away, and now they're showing off the team plays.
I mean, it's just beautiful. Again, this pressure, it's too much. You can see Fiasco, everyone just confused, backwards, getting beat to the ball, and Steve still finding that bottom corner.
How did we get here, Jake? We had such a close back and forth game number 1. And game 2, it's like something's just clicked in this team. They've come out firing on all cylinders, and now it looks like Fiasco just don't have an answer.
Yeah, no, Fiasco have getting absolutely shut out at the moment, but I also feel like they're just getting exposed, right, from game 1. Their defense wasn't there, and they won off their brilliant offense, but they haven't had enough of the ball to really counteract all the goals they're getting scored on against.
Just these early challenge from Chiaroscurists really stopping anything they're trying to build up in the offensive end. That's the duo we want to see. No, but that pass just goes awry. And now Vol looking to get the flick into midfield, tries to put it past. Fiasco gets the read. But yet again, they are suffocated. No room to breathe on this defensive end. Another opportunity. Akame able to get the save. That's a big clear. And finally can rest a little bit easy before it's sent straight back down their side of the field.
Look how awkward they are. Akame just dribbling the ball into his own half like that. You were saying, a lot of these bubble players love their twos, and I'm feeling it with this defense. They're just missing that big, clear kind of timing that they need to get it out.
Like that was a good opportunity. Akame couldn't quite convert on that one. It might lead to a goal. No, couldn't quite shoot where needed. Pass out in the mid. We're definitely seeing a lot of these touches. They're stuck on the defensive end so much that when they are finally able to get the clear, it's just a long bomb downfield. They're not able to keep the ball close. They're not able to really maintain possession in any sort of way. So by the time they get boost and by the time they regather themselves, the ball's straight back in their side of the field. They need to work something out to try and work the ball up the field as a team, as we saw previously.
Well, they're getting shut out at the moment. This is not looking good. They're starting to get a little bit of pressure, but it's not threatening. Chiaroscurists are just chilling.
Kame has an opportunity. No vault met so early. Clearing just side to side. Steve off the backboard looking for the read. players are just diving. Now, this is the chance you want the 1v1, but Daesu couldn't get the touch. It's sent straight back down to their end. And then Volt's just going to finish it off. 5-0 domination here for Chiaroscurists.
Oh, the passing has just been beautiful. The 1-2 all the way from their side of the field. Just absolutely outclassed here. This is a dominant performance.
I'm trying to figure out what has just happened, because the game that we saw in game 1 is just nowhere near the Fiascool that we're seeing here, where they're just not able to even touch it. It seems like right now Chiaroscurists are just playing keepings off at the moment against this team, keeping them in their own side of the field, and it's just not even a good opportunity they're able to get on target here. As you look at the shots, and Fiascool have only had 4 shots as opposed to 11 there for Chiaroscurists.
Yeah, no, they're getting smashed. And you're right, they're missing that counterattack. The counterattack is what was working. It was a really back and forth game 1 in terms of like the ball just going from one side to the other, but they're just getting pressured. Look how backwards they all are. Fiasco is so awkward. Daesu's too slow. You can't get away with this. Steve will just freestyle on you.
Oh, I thought Steve was going to pull off something spicy there to finish the one. That's the counterattack we needed. And although it's a little too late here in game number 2, you're hoping that can just remind them what worked so well in game number 1, and they can, you know, bring it back in some form of another leading into game 3.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you can see it's that counterattack. They're very clinical when they go for it, but they've just been so awkward in defense. They haven't been able to set it up.
See if we can get maybe even one more to close this out. They're not looking to stop. They're not wanting to just play time here, trying to get as many as possible. And I'm just really looking to see if we can bring that connection back there from Daesu and Akami. See if we can get them bringing it back up the field, working together, you know, back and forth to try and use those counterattacks. And I think we're really missing an outlet pass here, where we're not really seeing too many options upfield for Fiasco when they're getting these long clears.
Yeah, no, they're just looking very defensive and very passive, and they're just kind of getting run over because of it. So I hope they can figure it out. It's tough to do that mid-series, and it might have been a mentality shift as well. After game 1, they were like, okay, let's just like relax. We can win. And yeah, it didn't go well.
Well, talking about mentality, we'll see if...
that needs to be quiet.
Come on, Jay, we got an exciting game here. I got to focus. We got to focus up. We got to see what's going to happen here in game number 3. You look at Chiaroscurists, and the difference is it's almost a mentality shift. You're right, but it's for them. Like, they've just started having this confidence. They're outpacing at every avenue. They just have full faith in their ability, and that's what's really showing through here. Just, they know what they're capable of, and they're doing it so well. Flip reset there from Steve, and you know, maybe the mech's trying to warm up here from Steve. Got to remember how to do it.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time, man. Hopefully those fingers aren't getting too rusty. But yeah, no, you're 100% right. Chiaroscurists, they're just so confident in that game too, and we need to see Fiasco kind of step up in the same way to stay in the series.
Those 50s might be a huge way to do that, and although Volt heavily winning that one, an opportunity, Fiasco is going to manage to dive in front of that one, keep it out of the net for now. They can try and get it clear here. Steve, great outpace. Daesu now quick. The backboard defense coming strong. That's an outlet pass. It was just off target, I believe, but that's what we need to see. That option upfield. Dangerous opportunities here. Fiasco almost finding themselves a goal early.
That's exactly how they were scoring all their goals game 1, but no! Volt steps up, man. Defensively, he was the hero. Comes all the way to the offense to score this goal set up by Steve.
Volt must spend so much time in custom trainings just practicing top ins. That's 2 shots here that have hit the corner of the net and dropped in. Unbelievable shooting there from Volt, and it's impossible to save. Been rewarded with a goal. Now a few demos on the field might be an opportunity. No, both players caught really deep, and now they're back on the retreat.
Yeah, Kame actually, it's a risky pass to try and drop it down to your teammate there. Lost possession for his team. Been fortunate not to get counterattacked on as well. But now we'll see if they can keep this pressure. They're starting to look a bit more organized, but Chiaroscurists, their defense is really solid.
Yeah, just constant rotations here. They're not looking to do anything fancy, just one player go at a time, rotate back post, That's been working for them so far, and it might be working. No, Jake. It's a pinch downfield.
Oh, and it just went so slowly, but I mean, no one was there for it at all. Everyone pushed forward, no one able to do anything, and Big Rooster gets on the scoreboard.
Just having to sit and watch as that ball goes sailing past you and goes into the back of the net here. 2-goal lead. Fiascool have been kept scoreless, other than the goal, the consolation goal before last game. They've really just been kept at bay here, kept nearly scoreless. Chiaroscurists, 7 goals here in just 2 games, and there's still plenty of time to go to try and run that tally up.
Yeah, no, it's looking absolutely dominating right now, but I do feel like Fiascool have certainly improved from game 2. They're getting a lot more chances, but Chiaroscurists as well, their defense has just stepped up. They're looking a lot more solid, and they're not looking to concede 5 goals and get in a single game like we saw earlier.
And every touch right now from Chiaroscurists is looking good. They're hitting the ball with can't even think of the word. Intent. They're hitting the ball with intent. Everything they're doing serves a purpose, and it's making the touches so much useful. That's a good flick there, but no, couldn't quite get the touch needed. Steve, too good on defense there.
Yeah, didn't get that change of angle that you really needed to get to catch that defender off guard. Daesu almost had a great follow-up, but even still, look, the pressure is still here. This is what they were missing. That actually redirects in. It's a tragic own goal, but Daesu gets the credit.
It doesn't matter how you score at the end of the day, Jake. You just want to get that goal on the tally. And Fiascool have done just that. Now just 1 goal down, still plenty of time to go here in the game. Just hopefully you take that goal for what it is, but that can just spark something for this comeback.
Yeah, no, that's massive. I mean, now it's only a single goal game. The pressure is on up until the final second. But even still, Fiasco, great chance! Oh, it's straight into Big Rooster. What an opportunity.
Oh, I call Big Rooster the brick wall here. Big Rooster has been insane on the defensive end, and really Fiasco only had 1 place that could shoot that in net and read that perfectly. That's a missed touch though. A bump almost coming out on a Kame. Kame just by the skin of his neck able to get that clear.
Yeah, but look how passive they still are. Again, just Fiasco, no boost, but still actually getting a solid job. Akame follows up. We're starting to see the holes come back.
We're starting to see a few demos try and come out here for Fiasco. Might be just what they needed, just what the doctor ordered to try and clear up the net, give a good opportunity here. Akame gets the good follow-up here, maybe looking for the flip race. That goes for the double. No, just like Daesu puts it top ins to tie the game.
And we said that last goal was important. This one, even more so. The equalizer, and it's that duo from game 1 again. Akame setting it up, and Daesu top corner finish.
Beautiful what you need there from Akame. Just keeps the ball close and goes over the defense to force out as many players to go for that save. Clears up the net from Daesu, and just like that, we're in the back and forth. We're back to how we were game number 1. Who's going to be able to close this one out? Minute left to go on the clock.
Yeah, well, it certainly feels like Chiaroscurists have stepped their foot off the gas pedal a bit. It's actually a lot. Daesu gets a goal out of nothing.
We talked about the defense being so good here for Chiaroscurists, and now a fumble like that just leaves the net open. Boost over ball, I believe, in the corner there from one of the players.
Ball. It's Will's fault.
It gets out. Yeah, call him out, Jake. I love it. It gets everyone at every level. If you think your silver teammates shouldn't be going boost over ball, just know it happens in every single lobby.
Oh yeah, no, but Volt has been the defensive hero this game, so maybe the pressure getting too much to him, and they're going to have to rely on their offense. They need a goal, but look, Kame all by himself. The air dribble bump, that is dirty, and they take the lead by 2.
You're definitely right. This is one of the players to watch out for. Has been, Daesu's finishing off the shots, but Akame has been the leading factor for this comeback and for this possible victory. Great touches, good at keeping the ball close and really helping these counterattacks like we said. And just like that, time to answer here for Chiaroscurists. They've got minimal time to do so. If they can't get a goal pretty quickly, it might just be GG's.
I'm still so nervous looking at Fiasco's defense, but I think the clock is on their side. Low time remaining. I mean, did not feel like they were going to take this game, but they somehow have. Fiasco on to match point.
It still just seems like they spend majority of their time on the defensive end, but you're right, they're working on the counterattacks now. They're learning to get back out into the offensive end, and you know, sometimes it's not always the team that has multiple, you know, has the most shots on target. It's that team that's more useful with it, and Akame's touches has been absolutely insane. You know, these touches off the wall, these long air dribbles, trying to beat out those last few defenders, and then you got players like Daisu, 3 goals just there to snipe at top bins after Akame's done the dirty work.
Yeah, no, Daisu's been awesome. Still Fiasco a little bit quiet, but we're seeing more of him. Certainly a team player, getting involved a lot in the defense as well, holding things together as we saw it start to improve in that game.
Now Chiaroscurists, it's just back on them. We saw such a dominating display game 2. We saw a dominating first half here in game number 3. Now game 4, they're back to the drawing board. They have to find out, you know, what was working. Maybe look to stop a lot of these counterattacks, or better yet, maybe just learn to stop Akame on the ball. Don't give him the time and space that he needs to put it away as we head to game 4.
I mean, it is not that easy, Tins. Akame is playing so well, but we saw Chiaroscurists when they get in the flow of things, absolutely dominating. So we'll have to see.
A good pass midfield opportunity. Just goes to the side there from Steve. And already 15 seconds in, they find themselves in the attack again. That's where they feel most comfortable. Just got to be careful to not force too many overcommits. That's one player left. Fiasco able to get the save out to the side. Steve's on it, looking for the mid pass over. One big risk is there. No! Such a quick read to make, but couldn't get there in time.
Oh, I don't know. These players should be scoring that one. That's going to haunt him, man. He's got to redeem himself.
Look, I don't know what the reactions are like, but I just know there's no way that I'm able to get these. These younger players need to have reactions that fast. That's what it takes to be able to get goals at this higher level. Big Rooster might be one of those moments that haunts him at the end of the series if they can't turn this around yet. Akame with a shot. Big Rooster plays it aside. It has full boost to work with here. Tries to find the mid pass. Akame, great early challenge. That's open. No, Fiasco couldn't get the read.
Yeah, good defense though. Flying back just in time. Here's a great chance for Volt. So much space. Gets the flick, but there's no power. The follow-up. Steve floats it in, and Big Rooster gets the tap in.
I didn't know I was going to have a Big Rooster getting the bump on the defender. Kame makes a great save, and then if that hadn't have found its way in, that whole play just would have been cursed from the get-go. Big Rooster able to put that one away, and the goal lead yet again for Chiaroscurists.
Yeah, big counterattack. Great play from them. But, I mean, we've seen how quickly these games can turn. Feels like almost every game, but with the flip reset, what a shot.
I thought that we were going to see like a squishy type shot there, but just perfect what you needed. Keep the ball close. There's no need to flip instantly. You're waiting to bait out that last defender, uses the flip last moment to get past, and that is just, it's bread and butter at this level, and Volt just makes it look so clean.
Yeah, no, you're right. That was just a textbook flip reset. Absolutely beautiful. And if anyone's trying to learn it, take notes. But not of this defense. Where did they go?
I don't know, they've touched backwards. Daisu couldn't get the double. Volt yet again with a great read, but there's got to be someone back in net. It's happened all series long. There has to be some form of, you know, ideal that stays with you, that this is how we've been scored on in the past. We need to be wary of this because it's happened time and time again. And now another commanding lead here for Chiaroscurists. But Fiascool have faced a time like this before. They're able to bring it back, and there's still 3 minutes to go on the clock.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, but Chiaroscurists are looking a lot more composed, maybe learning their lesson from the last game. And we keep saying it, Fiascool, they're going to have to show us another level.
And I hope this is where you start to see a bit more veterancy come out. Hold on, Daisu almost looking to go the distance, and you would have loved to see it from a player like Daisu. Good counter-attack opportunity there, and I'd just like to see Chiaroscurists now have a sense of that veterancy of just knowing, okay, we can almost park the bus here. We can, you know, keep the ball close, make sure we're not, you know, over-committing too much on the offensive end. We can stay a little bit defensive here because 3 goals is going to be a hard task here for Fiascool.
Yeah, for sure, especially with this clock ticking down, but they're starting to get more control. You can see Akame setting up that shot. They're on the back foot now in defense. They're keeping the pressure, but Chiaroscurists looking nice and calm.
Touch out in the midfield. Kame gets a really nice touch, but yet again, just no one able to get the follow-up. Big Rooster now looking for the pitch off the teammate. Hold on! Oh my! Volt and Big Rooster pinch for the 4th goal in Game 4.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Big Rooster was going for the floor pinch, but Volt made it even better. Getting that height to beat the defender. It's just beautiful.
Oh, I hope that was calmed, or I just hope Volt just wanted to be in the picture, because you knew that was going to be a pinch, and just getting both teammates involved. You're right, just help with that height on the ball. 4-goal lead here. And this is looking exactly like it did in game number 2 here. Commanding lead here by the Chiaroscurists.
Yeah, Fiascool either win close back and forth games or they get smashed. I mean, Chiaroscurists are looking good. 4-0 is massive at the moment, and Fiascool going to have to show something very special and very soon if they want to keep this game alive.
And Fiascool do have multiple games on stream today as well, so 4-goal lead, it's hard to come back from, but at least try and get some momentum, try and, you know, even help get a reset moving into the next few series. There's still time on the clock here. It's just going to take maybe that one counter attack leading into a kickoff, and it could be possible here. Steve going high off the ceiling. Volt's too quick this time. Fiasco able to get the clear. This is where you want that counter attack, but no boost to work with. Daisu coming in down. Hold on, wait, everyone's missing. No, Jake. What has happened? The defense is in shambles.
Yep, we got the This Is Rocket League coming out of Big Rooster. Nice and toxic to his teammates. Yeah, that's hard to explain. That's hard to explain.
I don't think you can explain it. You just got to go next. You got to take it for what it is. But this could be an opportunity if there can be a kickoff goal here. But the kickoff too strong. Volt gets the boost, gets the shot off the backboard. And just like that, the hopes are dwindling as time goes on here for Fiasco.
Yeah, I mean, they get that goal. I mean, it was certainly given to them. But you're right, the clock is not their friend. 30 seconds left, but the consolation that might help going into the final game of the series.
I think there might be a problem with the overlay. I think Chiaroscurists, they're the team that's up 2-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? I think Fiasco will run game 1, right?
Wait.
We need
never
an
mind.
admin.
I think never mind. I'm
we need
wrong.
an admin.
It's going over my head, Jake. There's just been 2 dominant displays here. We're going into game 5. I'm completely out of it, Jake. It's been too long since I've seen some Rocket League.
I know. We're washed up. We got to get back to it, man. We got to get back on the grind.
There we go. Chiaroscurists, they take game number 4. We're headed to game 5. We're headed to possibly Championship field. I'm not too sure about the map rotation, but, you know, we're headed to that game 5, series number 1. You love to see it. 2 dominating displays from Chiaroscurists, followed up by
only 2.
A comeback, or only 2. You know? The other game, it's just going back and forth. Is this series gonna just follow its trend? Is this gonna just happen? Fiasco will now take game 5. They're just taking them in turns.
I mean, who knows, man? Yeah, this is absolutely. Yeah, no way to predict this. And I mean, that's the joy of watching these bubble teams though, right? It's really hard to predict. Often each game is completely different depending on how confident they are, whether the defense is strong or not. And yeah, anything can happen in this game 5.
It's gonna be interesting to see. You know, Fiasco, they've done all right with, you know, changing up the momentum mid game, but this is where you need to start strong. Chiaroscurists, they've been the ones to score the last 2 matches. I'm pretty sure they've gotten 2-goal leads minimum in the last 2 games. So Fiasco just need to stop that early attack, that kickoff attack here from the Chiaroscurists, and maybe look to take an early lead. Could completely change the tides as we head into the first series game at number 5. We're underway. Chiaroscurists going against Fiascool.
And it's very important to see who starts strong here. We haven't really seen Fiascool start a game too strong, so maybe it doesn't matter as much, but either way, if Fiasco will start out strong, which they will, Akame with a beautiful double touch, setting the tone for game 5.
Oh, and that's exactly right, setting the tone. What a commanding first play of the game here. Akame gets the goal. Nice little double touch to start us off, and that, really early scenes, but that could just be that momentum shift that they need at the start of a game.
I still want to see Fiasco do it. Otherwise, the team will be called Akame is cool, man. 'Cause, I mean, he's just been the one popping off this series. Mechanics coming out have been insane, and to do it in Game 5, that's what their team needed.
Opportunity here. Volt has the ball, going for that 1v1. Nice little flick. Couldn't quite get that power, but that's forced the double commit. Steve might find themselves in an open net. Perfect placement, and we're tied up already.
Dude, Steve is so good, just so clinical. Volt causing so many problems, but Steve, difficult angle coming from the side, but does not matter to him.
It's almost like, you know, if there's an opportunity, if the net's left a little bit open, Steve is going to score. Just perfect in that sense. Now Daesu trying to turn it into a quick attack. It is high in the goal square. Akame's up, gets the flip, looks for the follow-up, beats out a defender. Now Steve has to try and keep this calm here. Doesn't want to bait out too much boost here for the team, because shot after shot is firing on target. Big Rooster now finally for the counter-attack here. Tries for the fake, beats out one. Looks for the mid. Almost a wizard flick coming out there from Big Rooster to put it top corner.
Yeah, no, that was epic for Big Rooster. I mean, just faking him out. He made Akame look so silly, man. But, oh, just beautifully done from him, though. You can't take that away from him.
Just that little scoop at the end. Gets that extra height, beats out the defender. And yet again, Chiaroscurists, they find themselves in the lead. They find themselves where they are most comfortable. Fiascool, though. Fiascool, sorry, there. Not a stranger to a comeback here. No, that's an opportunity that you can't let go past you.
Yeah, that is tough. Still plenty of time left. The attack actually continues, but they're getting their bearings back. Steve dribbles it out.
Daesu now looking for a teammate over on the side. Wall finds Big Rooster instead. That's a good all three players there from Chiaroscurists looking to try to follow this one up. Volt has an opportunity. Volt was crucial to their dominance there in the previous game. See if we can show some of those glimpses yet again. That's a demo, or a bump, sorry, on Steve. And Volt's just going to send it downfield to give their team some time to try and build that counterattack yet again.
Yeah, getting pressured in defense, Fiascool. I mean, this game has turned against them quickly, and again, no one home, but that's why DAC gets back! What on earth just happened?
I don't know whether it was a panic, I don't know whether they didn't know it was open or just shot too quickly, but moments like that, they're gonna turn around and haunt you. Steve just gonna get the clear, trying to get another opportunity like the one that just passed him. That's high. Big Rooster gets the double, gets the follow-up, puts it away.
Oh, I mean, they made up for it. The absolutely open net miss, but Big Rooster with the great double touch from close range. And again, Fiascool can't do anything more than just look at it go in.
Both teams, they just can't score opens. They need a double touch. They need to add some form of mechanic in the way to be able to put it. Big Rooster gets that double touch, and now 2-goal lead here. Can Fiascool try and find a way back into this? Still plenty of time, but the run's got to start early.
Yeah, I mean, two goals, like you're saying, it can change very quickly, especially with how offensive we've seen Fiascool in moments when they've needed to step up. Both their wins have been kind of comeback, back and forth wins, but with 2 minutes remaining, they gotta get going soon.
That's just a heavy beat out there by Big Rooster. Now it's forced them as far back as possible. Fiasco having to make something happen here. Does get a good clear now, looking for a 50. That does trickle out into midfield. Daesu puts it away, and Daesu has hit that part of the net, I think, 3 or 4 times in this series alone. Great shot accuracy.
Yeah, was this a shot, or did it just pinch in perfectly? Yeah, no, kind of fortunate, but still, Daesu with the pressure, making that chance for himself, and now we got an exciting final 2 minutes.
Can they bring it back? Akame has been that player we've been looking at so far. Daesu being the striker. Yet to see something from Fiasco. Yet does play it high. That's a good pass. Akame up, couldn't quite find the angle. You're right, just a little bit too far out of reach. Oh no.
Volt's not going to mess that up again.
Great opportunity. They just overcommitted. And then Big Rooster, gets the bump on the third man. And then Big Rooster just shepherding the way to the goal line there for Volt.
Maybe not trusting his teammate after the last time.
Making sure he's there just in case anything goes wrong on this open net attempt. And just like that, Fiascool, they've worked hard, but their 1-goal deficit is now back out to 2 goals. If they can try and bring this back, that's a good demo there for Big Rooster. Might be an open net there. Coming in strong. Fiasco, though, just gets the save, but no. Fiasco got the save, but in return ends up bumping both his teammates. Bumps Akame there, bumps Daisu on the way out, and Volt just gets an open net.
Oh, he bumps both his teammates and then rotates wide far post as if letting his teammates rotate in. That was tough to watch.
Yeah, that's one of those moments where you're just saying sorry over comms, and then you go and bump your other teammate. 3-goal lead here. Moments like that, you just feel, because they're accidental, you don't mean to happen, but you're just so focused on getting that save. Moments like that slip past you. Volt's just going to get another one for a road, and we've had a back and forth series. And it just has been taken away here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, now Chiaroscurists, I mean, they've played an awesome series. They got a bit unfortunate in the 2 games they lost. They were very close games, back and forth, but the games they won have been absolutely dominant. So we're seeing a good team here, and like we're saying as well, I mean, all 3 of them have really stepped up and had great defensive moments in attack as well. Big Rooster's going to complete his hat-trick here. They're looking like a great team.
Yeah, you see that, you know, Steve's just got that veterancy. They've all been on the striking end. Big Rooster and Volt showing off the mech capabilities. And then I'm loving from Big Rooster the nitty-gritty. They're getting the demos, getting bumps, you know, clearing up the side of the net. It's been working really well here. Just all 3 members working in unison. That just might be another one Akame can't get back. And they are
8.
just running the tally up. I think if there's going to be stats for the overall JBL, you know, Quantum tournament, I wonder if that's what they're going for. They're trying to just pad the stats at this time.
May as well, man. I mean, I'm sure they're having fun as well, and it's tough for Fiasco. You said we're going to see more of them, and a demoralizing Game 5 defeat, that's tough.
Yeah, you've gone the distance. You're trying to, you know, maybe feel just how the team's working. I don't know how long this team's been going for, Steve.
Oh my God, another one.
9. Can we get a 10th? Can we get a 10th on the board here?
I don't know if I want a 10th, honestly. This is tough, man. They're already gone. I mean, this is brutal.
You take it as it is. When a team starts running away with it, it just happens. And then really, just a really good display here from Chiaroscurists. Look, I hope they had an easier to pronounce name, but they're coming out here. They're playing well. All 3 members working in unison. And such a dominating display here. You're right, they had moments where it was either close or dominating. There was no real in between here, but when they looked on, when they were playing with confidence and that momentum, they did just look unbeatable.
Yeah. No, they looked awesome. Really well played from them. And yeah, they should be proud of themselves. But we're not going to see them anymore for today. But for the rest of the tournament, they're certainly a team to watch.
Definitely. And, you know, Fiascool, they had their moments. They played well. The counter-attack heavy playstyle worked. You know, we saw great signs from Akame. We saw the shooting accuracy from Daisu. Still think we haven't seen the best of Fiasco just yet, which is really good signs for that team, as they will be the next team on stream as well, going up against Advanced Warfare. So more teams, more action that we're going to be able to see here on stream. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break.